Happy Wednesday! Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. It's a time that we can relax and craft together for about an hour. And I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way and just come hang out with me. So, all right, you guys, we are going to finish my Triangle Tango Quilt. So here is the quilt pattern right here. It is from Missouri Star Quilt Co. All we have to do is clip the top 6 rows to the bottom 8 rows. Those are just 2 chunks that are already sewn, and then sew that one little line, and then that is it. And I think that that'll be it for the night to do that. So in theory, it'll go pretty quickly tonight. However, we are dealing with the bulk tonight, so it might take a little longer to clip, a little longer to sew. We'll just see how it goes this evening. So thank you again for joining me. I will definitely hold it up when I'm done tonight. I'll put the camera as far back as I can, and I'll take a photo of it tomorrow, probably on a bed, so you can see what it looks like. So awesome, you guys. I am stoked. I'm going to flip you around, and let's get going today. And here it all is, the mass of the quilt top. So this is the challenge, is I'm working in the small space, and I'm clipping and pinning in this small space. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so rows 1 through 6 I have right here. They're all sewn together. I've kept these clips on with the number, and man, has that been a lifesaver. I always know, I have this in the upper left of whatever I'm working on, the rows. So I know that all this is the left side, and that is just making it really easy in the numbers. So then down here is 7 through 14. And I was smart when I rolled up that bottom half and put it aside. I left the top edge out so I could just, it's kind of all folded up on the bottom, but the top edge is visible, which is great because hopefully we can access it easily. So I'm going to flip this top row. Ugh, it's not even a row, this top pile of fabric. It's going to be some finagling tonight. We'll go a little higher up here tonight too. But yeah, bulk, bulk, bulk. So, all right, where to go now? All right. Here we go. So row 6 gets attached to row 7 here. All right, we are set up. There's our first little match. All right, I'm gonna scooch you just a little so I can get in here a little bit better. Sorry, you guys. There's my bin. So this is the green that I'll be using for the back. So we'll work on that later this week, I think. All right, now I can see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, so same way I'm for clipping this is what I've been doing. I'm clipping it on the 2 seams that I'm meeting up, and then in the middle. And then I did one at the beginning too. Ah, this is going to be so cute and fun, I think. Oh yeah, getting this edge popping out there. Oh, this is going to be a whole finagle, this whole entire thing tonight, but it's the last row, so that's good to know. I am excited, though, that I was able to do this all at the table here. I didn't have to lay all the rows down and clip it on the floor or anything, and so that's kind of what I wanted to test. Can I still work on a big quilt in this tiny little area?
And I think we are going to sandwich it here. I'd like to see if I can sandwich it on the table here. By sandwich it, I just mean get the batting and the back and the front and pin it together. That means I'm going to have to make a Joanne's trip, I think. I'm going to have to get some batting. Oh, you're sewing the two sides together too, Kathy? Oh, you started labeling your rows? Great, I'm glad that's working. Oh, I saw that, Nolene. So Krista Watson has a great tutorial on sandwiching a quilt on the wall. So she uses the spray-based. And so she sprays it on the table, and then she puts it together on the wall, and then she can iron it all out together because it's spray-based. It does look very slick. So if you see that video, you guys, you should watch it. She did I think it was Facebook. It might have been it was either a Facebook or an Instagram post from a couple days ago that she posted that, like a sped up version of her doing it. So I don't think I can do the pool noodle method with this particular quilt because this is a queen size quilt. So I would have to like assemble a giant pool noodle, and that just seems harder. And then here's the other situation. So I can't actually do either of those two ways. I cannot do the wall way of doing it or the pool noodle way of doing it because I don't have a big enough wall for that. And I don't have a big enough floor for it or table for it. So there's no, like, even if I had a pool noodle, I wouldn't be able to physically have it in my space. I just have a small house here, and there's no space like that anywhere in the house. Gosh, even in the basement, I don't think it's wide enough. Yeah, Gus, same here. That's my problem. You know, you wouldn't have the walls. Yeah, like first of all, I have zero space there's like no wall space. Period, really, that's more than this big, that's not covered, or that has a couch in front of it or whatever. And even that, there's a painting behind there, so I literally have no walls, wall space for anything like that. So that's nixed. So I am going to try the way where you find the center of... where you find the center of the quilt and you find the center of the backing and the center of the batting and match that up on the center of a smaller table so that it hangs over both sides, the 3 layers, or all 4 sides, I should say. And then you start pinning outward from there, and then you just shimmy it, you just push it on the different edges of the table. So in theory, I'm hoping that works well. The trick is making sure that everything is centered and not twisted or anything like that, so that, you know, you haven't pinned the whole thing and then realize that, you know, you don't have enough back because you've twisted it funny or something. So that's going to be the challenge of that, but that's what I'm going to try. So we are going to try it in my small itty bitty space still. And I'm going to try and do it here. So the problem with that too is I need to try and figure out a way to walk around this table, and there might not even be room to pull this table away from the wall and have enough space for me to walk around. So that's how small the space is that I'm working in. But I'd like to see if I can, because that would be a great way to be able to do future quilts because I'm not on the floor. Oh, Doris, that's how you do it. Oh, okay, good. But yeah, I'm not on the floor then, which I'm over. I'm sick of doing that. You know, it's kind of my option though right now, really. And I'm still kind of doing that test of can I quilt in a small space like this? Or can I work on this bulky aspect of quilting in a small space? I mean, and this is annoying, moving the bulk around, but I would be doing this on the floor too, probably, moving bulk around. And with the spray base, I have never tried spray base before, but again, I would need a space to lay out my quilt on the floor, and I don't have that. And I don't have a wall to do it either, and I can't go outside to spray it and bring it back in either because it's like 10 degrees out. It's not fun outside right now, so that's for sure not happening. So I'm working in the space I can, and we're gonna find a solution. We're gonna test ways of doing it and see what works. Oh, start by matching a corner first to help with centering. Oh, I missed the second half of that, Doris. I'm gonna have to look at it again. I'll have to find your comment again. All right. Oh, yeah, and then if you're on the, freeze base. Then if you're on the floor, then, yeah, dogs and stuff and babies and stuff can walk all over it. Oh, Doris, you do mostly queen and king quilts. So what did you say again? So you said start on a side? Or Doris, is there a way that you can copy the comment that you left before and paste it again? It just zoomed by too fast for me. Oh, you're starting a quilt along and looking for a solution too, Gus. Yeah, so we'll see if this works, because, like I said, this is a pretty small table. I'd say it's, 4 feet, or maybe it's not even that. Oh, this might only be 3.5 feet, and by 3.5 feet square, and then I have a leaf in, which is maybe 18 inches, 18 more inches. So, at most, I have like at most it's 4 feet by 6, but I think it's way less than that. I think it's more like 3.5 by 5 table. So that's not big, right? So I'm gonna scooch it a little away from the wall, just enough for me to squeeze through, I think, or so that it can dangle. And gosh, I have cords everywhere too from lights. So we'll see how it goes, but we're gonna give it a try. And I'm kind of excited to give it a try. It'd be awesome if it's, if I don't have to be on the floor and I can just be at this table height. That would be nice for my back. Yeah, even if I moved, first of all, if I moved the couch, well, 2 things. It still wouldn't be enough space for a queen-size quilt, I don't think. And I would have nowhere to move it. There's no, I can't just move it to the other side of the wall because then I've still lost that space. So, those issues. Oh, you used to start by matching centers of all 3 layers, but it works better if you match a corner first and work. Okay, all right, Doris. I will, I'll probably give that a try. Because that's kind of what I'm worried about is, at least if I know if it's big enough, then once, I can line up a corner and then kind of work from there. I like that idea. All right, last clip. We can sew now. All right, I'm gonna get you guys down here. I'm gonna attempt to shimmy this whole thing in my lap. A little concerned about doing that. Okay. Get it up here first. Making sure the clips are on this side. Again, I'm thankful these are clips and not pins, because I'd be stabbing myself like crazy right now. Oh man. This is like higher than my sewing machine, almost the bulk in my lap here. Oh gosh, it's still not over here yet. There we go. Here's the beginning. Man, this is the thing to do on a cold day for sure. Why is this weird? Something is... Oh, I'm like, why is this nothing? Because these are just the clips from the... These are my numbered clips. I'm like, why are these not hooked to anything? There we go. Here we go. 7 is hooked to 6. Sheesh. All right, here we go. Oh, you said you used the fluorescent and she heard for days after. Yep. Yeah, the floorway is just, ugh. Like, even when we were laying out this quilt with my family and we were on the floor and moving things around, even that was just, like, so grueling. And then you have to pick it up after and you can't just leave it there. You know, like, it's all too much on the floor. Exactly. So we're gonna see if this works, because then I can just stand the whole time. Ugh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be like, why wasn't I always doing this? Alright, I'm just kind of trying to shimmy it flat because the bottom is like pulling way up here and the top's just kind of, I don't know, twisting the other way. So as I go here, I'm just kind of fluffing it up a little bit. Right, Bonnie? I don't want to accidentally have, like, a bloop come out here that I accidentally sew through. Blah, that'd be bad. Hopefully I haven't already done that. I think we're good. Oh, and I just thought of something. Let's pray to the bobbin gods, because I do not want to run out of bobbin right now. I don't think we will, because we have done a lot of sewing, but I know I just filled this up recently, and this 50 weight thread goes a long way on these bobbins. Ugh, but what a pain that would be if I ran out right now. Actually, about half of it is off my lap now, so that's good. Oh, you said thread base your quilt on the floor. Oh, yeah. No, it just can't be on the floor anymore. Exactly. I've done a little thread basting, not a huge quilt, though. Ugh, I feel like I'm working hard to move this along. Let's push some of this back. You guys, I see that I'm coming up to this horse here. I did not do a little horse gif last night, but I still might do it tonight. I got a bunch of work that I was planning to get done this evening already, so I'm like, ooh, maybe I could just chill and do that this evening yet. So we'll see. I still want to. Shift all this again. going pretty speedy though still. I'm feeling good about it. So I think, ooh gosh, see this bulk is coming up. I don't want to sew through that. I think maybe tomorrow we'll do the math and maybe even start cutting some of this green fabric for the back of the quilt. It'd be nice to just wrap that up. Oh gosh, it'd be really nice to do the binding right away. I'll have to think about that. I have to do some mega math. I'll have to measure some of these blocks once they're in the quilt here, just to see if they're accurate. I think they were supposed to end up like, I don't know, 8 inches or so, or 8.5 inches. I can't quite remember. But I want to make sure, like, you know, there might be some discrepancies in how I ended up sewing it. So they might be 8 3/4 instead of 8.5 or something like that. And, you know, a quarter times 14 rows, I mean, you're adding inches at that point, right? So instead of just going by what's in the pattern, I think I am going to actually measure what one of these blocks ended up being and then just assume that the rest are similar. So I think that's how I'm going to base my math, just to make sure it's semi-real versus laying it all out on the floor, which, like I said, I can't really do. But yeah, that'll get us the front size. I'm going to have to count how many are in a row. I forget. I know there's 14 rows, but I don't know how many are in the row. And then with the back, we'll just add more than I'm used to. Like, we'll add, like, I don't know, 5 inches or something all the way around or something like that. Or you just measure the quilt top itself. Oh, see, so that's what I'm probably not going to be able to do, is measure the quilt top, because it's not going to fit on the floor. So I think I'm going to measure a block, or maybe measure 2 blocks, and then just multiply by, 7 or whatever. So I'll figure that out, figure out the quilt top, and then we'll do the math on the back, and we'll start cutting. That'll be interesting to try and measure that in this small space too. I think we might do it the way where we do 3 smaller strips instead of 2 long strips. Or I guess that'll depend on math too. We'll see. We'll do whatever way wastes the least amount of fabric, I suppose. I better get some good sleep tonight and eat well tomorrow if I'm going to be doing math in the evening. Oh man, I can already... I'm already getting like a little math anxiety. But I have you guys help me out, so that's always... That's my saving grace with the math. Alright, we are almost done. I'm going to have to get a leader. But then I will cut the leader off of the other side, and then I think we'll call it a night. I'll try and hold this up. Let's get the green out though again, just so we can just kind of peek what that's going to look like. Just that little pop of green, because I want to do that green for the binding too. So if you have the quilt flipped around, it's just going to be full green, basically. About setting the quilt and basting on a wall. Ellen, so I think we were talking a little bit about that. Krista Watson of Krista Quilts, she just did a video similar to that. She spray basted it on a table and then put it on a wall. And basted it together there, and dang, it looked slick. It looked like it worked really, really well. And, like I said, I don't have that type of space, but it looked pretty slick, and like it didn't hurt the body at all, and she could just smooth it out with a ruler. It was pretty cool. All right, I'm going to grab the leader up here. That one's done. And then let's take a peek at this and hope we didn't mess it up. All right, I want to open it up though first, just a little bit here. I'll still hold it up, but I want to just kind of peek at what that green is going to look like. So let's just kind of flatten this out. All right, so here is, here's the quilt, and then this green, it'll be the binding too. So you'll just get like this itty bitty pop of color like that, right on the edge. I just think that's gonna be so crisp and pretty. I like it. So yeah, it's like a little just tish of a border, really. I mean, that's what a binding is. It's like a little half-inch border, really. So that'll be cute. I think that'll be just nice. And then the back will just be this vibrant, crazy green. I love it. I think that's gonna be fun. So we'll do the math with this guy and try to cut it out. So this is this is a bolt, but I just pulled the cardboard bolt out of it so I could fold it up, and so it takes up less space. All right, guys, I'm gonna flip you around and I'm gonna get on my chair here. I'm gonna put the, hold on. All right, I'm gonna put this camera as far back as I can. All right, there we go. So let's see. Look, a little wobbly. Let's see if we can see what this looks like now. All right, here's row one. This is the top. Whoa, come here, bulk. Oh my God, it's gonna be way too big. It is literally a queen size quilt. So here we go. Oop. Oh, it's big! Well, you get a little sense of it. Here, we'll go in front this way. Oh, it's cute! So, alright, I don't see any extra weird errors jumping out at me yet, so that's good. I mean, there's tons on the floor yet. It's so big, you guys! It's so big! Okay, I'm thinking it's a little crazy that I'm going to attempt to quilt this on my tiny machine. I mean, it really is big. But we're going to give it a try still, I think. Hoo-wee! Yeah, I'll put this on my bed later and try and take a photo, and then we can really see how big it is in relation to a queen-size bed. So that'll be fun. I mean, that'll be the only way I can really see it. So, all right, you guys, I think we're going to call it a night here. We will do some math tomorrow, and hopefully we can actually cut and sew this green back for this guy. Dang, we're moving along. I'm going to have to go to Joann's this weekend to get batting. We're just cruising here. So, awesome. Thank you, guys, for coming in again tonight. I'll get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies, and I think I will try and do that little horse gif. I'll be sure to share that too if I finish it tonight. So thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Good night.